Welcome back, everybody. So sorry about that interruption. We got totally played. Someone tried to screw with our head a little bit, throw out something that actually wasn't true, so had us jumping off the live for a second. So sorry about the disruption, but we are right back into our show. Make sure, in case I missed it, throw your celebrity shot picks right back in the comment section. I may have missed it a moment ago, so let's go and throw in some from YouTube. If I missed your celebrity shot pick from TikTok Live, just throw it back in the comment section. I may have missed it because we just jumped off really quick. RJ, I am putting your pick right back up here. Jake Fraley, I love Jake Fraley today. Love Jake Fraley, over half a hit. I am absolutely on board with that one as well. RJ, I love that play. We'll get into it in a moment. RJ, great call. Also taking Jose Altuve, over half a hit. Love the plays that we're getting in from RJ. Love that one as well. Zodwick, great call on Jazz Chisholm. We'll get to him in 1 second. By the way, Zodwick, you have two celebrity shots that you have up on the board that you're throwing in there. I only see one of them. Oh, Zodwick, I think I see two now. So Zodwick is taking Reds on the money line, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. You are also taking, the second one is Jameer Candelario, over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. Sorry about the disruption just a moment ago, everybody. If I missed your celebrity shot pick, just throw it back into the comment section. Tyler, we already went through Luis Robert. Over half a run, I'm not as crazy about. Yeah, I thought I was getting banned, Jorge, but actually, it was just a poser. It was someone who was fake. That's what threw us off. Like, that's how awful people are. It was just somebody who was trying to pose and actually try to get us freaked out. And don't worry, it worked. We freaked out. You win. So anyways, a TikTok terrorist being crazy. Harley, appreciate you liking the show. Tyler, I know you got your question about Joey Votto. We'll get to that in a second, but I want to look at Jake Fraley first, because Jake Fraley is a play I love today. All about taking Jake Fraley, over half a hit. That is available in a non-chalked situation. Wow, I can't believe that is available. But I love the play. Jake Fraley, over half a hit. I can't believe it's available. I'd also jump on board with 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I'm doubling down on it. Minus 120, all about it. Jake Fraley, over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. Additionally, another play that someone put out there that I like. Well, let's look at Jose Altuve first. Jose Altuve, can we get over half a hit? We can. Yeah, really strong play. Over the last few games against Nathan Eovaldi, lifetime Altuve, good numbers. Home run numbers, too. So I'm not, by the way, I'm never going to really trust Altuve home run numbers in the past. So I'm always going to be a little skeptical about those because you don't know if there was a buzzer on them, if you know what I mean. So that said, Jose Altuve, half a hit, though, I will take. Leg of a parlay play, everybody. If you had a celebrity shot in the big board, let us know. Fliff? Who's Fliff? I don't know who that. I don't know who that is, Chris. Reds plus 2.5 at minus 160. A little crazy about it. I'm not crazy about it. 2.5. I feel like it's a good play, but I'm not gonna. At minus 160, I feel like that is a good play. Let's talk about Joey Votto as a means of getting into it. If I do have a play on that game, what I would take, I'll put this one up here, is Padres, Reds, and I'm going to say yes to a run in the first inning. I'll actually put this Padres underneath it here. And then I do like the Padres in the first 5. So those are plays I like. By the way, I do have more picks to give out, by the way. If you guys want more of my picks, you know what to do. Hit that live goal of confetti. I give out a pick every time you guys do that. We have our UFC expert coming on in just a couple of minutes. 1 o'clock, our UFC expert comes on. We wanted to look at Joey Votto. over half a hit. It is available. Wow. Surprised it's available. That said, the trend hasn't been great against Michael Wacha lifetime. Good numbers, including a home run. I will take it. He has been cold of late, but I do like the play. Wasn't one I had prior to the show, but Joey Votto, over half a hit, and it's not a chalk play. So that's what I really like about it. If this had been a minus 200 play, I probably wouldn't go with it, but I do like it there. By the way, we are not endorsed by any sports books, so we have no reason to be worried about that. Zodwick, your first celebrity shot pick was Bailey Ober. Got it. It was Bailey Ober over strikeouts. Was it 4.5 strikeouts? We'll look at it just to make sure. Bailey Ober over on strikeouts. Looking at it very quickly, on strikeouts, 4.5 is what we put. The under has the better implied probability. The over has been the better trend. So, by the way, again, the weather across baseball, there are some games that are really noteworthy when it comes to the weather. In Colorado, in Cincinnati, in Baltimore, in Philadelphia, games you guys want to be aware of. Someone's asking about Alex Verdugo. Let's look at that really quick. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Every time we hit a 2,000 like benchmark, I'll give out a long ball, long shot of the day. Over hit 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for Verdugo. The under is the stronger play against Kikuchi. You see Kikuchi 1 for 2 life. Where's Verdugo? 5 for 10 lifetime. So he does have hits, but hits, runs, and RBIs doesn't look like it's a good play. What about just over half a hit? That's the better play. Over half a hit. He has been hitting the ball well. So let's just play it safe. Now, that's a minus 200 play, so it just does meet the threshold for being a leg of a parlay. But that actually is a really good leg of a parlay to have. Minus 200, that's one you kind of want to bake into some of your other parlays because that minus 200 will bring things down. Why A Tittle 24? Is that your celebrity shot pick? Let us know. Let us know why A Tittle, if you're going so bold as to have Bichette Guerrero. Appreciate all of you guys joining us, no matter the platform, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, or Kick. We are live for another hour and 10 minutes, so no worries. We've got a lot of show to get into. By the way, Jazz Chisholm is someone we like on a stolen base today. I'll just put that out there. We'll show you what he is on a stolen base. By the way, we give out a stolen base pick every time you guys share the channel. I know there's a lot to keep track of here at Fumble Sports, but we want to make it as engaging as possible. So every time you like the channel, we give out home runs. Every time you share the channel, we give out stolen bases. And every time you hit our live goal of confetti, we give out one of our picks that we had prior to the show. We hit at about a 65% clip. Stolen bases, 21% implied probability. Against Charlie Morton, lifetime. This is why we like it. Macy Toru, you know what you're doing, giving out that confetti. Thank you so much. You see the great numbers for Jazz Chisholm. I could totally see him hitting a home run. Absolutely could see him hitting a home run in this game. That's not what I'm taking. The wind is going to be blowing out to left center. There is a chance for a home run today. Macy Toru, you are back. By the way, Macy Toru, make sure you're a part of our celebrity shot contest. First to 20 wins a free t-shirt. So that said, I do like Jazz Chisholm on over half a stolen base, but I don't like him on much more than that. I take him on over half a hit. That's what I would take. By the way, what do we have here, everybody? We've got a lawn. We've got some lawnage, just one dirt patch here, but we've got some absolute lawnage. So let's get this one up on the board as well. Jazz Chisholm, Junior, over half a hit. And I'm going to drop some picks of mine since we've gotten that confetti. And by the way, this isn't even a leg of a parlay. That's as good as it gets, everybody. That is a great play. Great play. Now, we've got some celebrity shot picks to throw up on the board. We will do our work on that. So, Sammy J, you have a second celebrity shot pick. which was Cutter Crawford over 3.5 strikeouts.
You have a second.
We're just going to throw these up here right now because I'm going to do a lot of work right now. So Cutter Crawford over 3.5 strikeouts is one. LRK 425 getting in the contest has a first pick, and LRK 425 is taking Vitro over half a hit. Vitro? Who's Vitro? Who's Vitro? I don't know who Vitro is. Votto? Joey Votto. Okay, Joey Votto over half a hit. Joey Votto over half a hit. There you go. Up on the board, LRK 425. Not even a chalk play. So there you go. And we have some work to do. Thank you so much for the confetti. Because of that, we have some picks to give out. I'm going to give out all of my WNBA picks right now. I'm going to drop them all right now. So I'll take Sun, the Connecticut Sun, plus 15.5. That plus 15.5 is an alternative line, getting it at minus 190. Also going to take the Minnesota Lynx, plus 6.5. Again, alternative line, minus 190. I'm also going to take Kelsey Plum, over 1.5 3-pointers made. That's Kelsey Plum. Another one I'm going to give out, the fourth one, Jackie Young. Jackie Young, over 1.5 3-pointers made. 4 picks, all given out. Macy Toru, thank you so much for the confetti. Every time you contribute, guys, to the show, we give out a pick. So make sure you're playing along with us at home. Hit that confetti, we give out a pick. Every time you hit 2,000 likes, we give out a long ball long shot of the day. Your celebrity shot picks are welcome in our celebrity shot contest. And when you share the channel, we give out a stolen base play. Our UFC expert is just about to call in, everybody. Might like him on a long ball, long shot of the day. Interesting call. Interesting call. Notification. We caught you. We caught you. Notification. You done, son. Bye-bye. We caught you. We figured out notification was just bullshitting us. Bye-bye. No more of you. Macy Toru, you have some celebrity shots to get up on the board. So happy to have you with us. By the way, our Mr. Octagon, our UFC expert, is just about to call in. So we will talk to him about Fight Night. He is calling in right now. So stand by, our UFC expert. Just give us 1 second. We are just putting one more celebrity shot up on the board. Macy Toru is also taking Yoshida Masataka. Yoshida over half an RBI. Another celebrity shot pick. One more reminder, everybody, because you can write in your celebrity shot picks while we're in our interview with our UFC expert. We will be talking, you can put in your celebrity shot picks. The first to 20 celebrity shot picks in the month of July wins a free t-shirt from our website, buttfumblesports.com. So write in your celebrity shot picks. We'll keep track of them. We'll put them up on the screen. That way you guys can play along at home. That said, we have now entered an interview time. Welcome in our UFC expert, Mr. Octagon. Appreciate you joining us. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. We have a fight night tonight. Wanted to know, first of all, what are your thoughts about the matchups that we have? Are there any that you're really excited about? Oh, hold on 1 second. I need to get you on speaker. That's my fault. Okay, now go ahead.
How's it going, Wyatt? Happy to be here.
Thank you so much for being with us. What are the fights that you're really excited about today?
So I'll tell you this. Whenever Ariana Lipski is fighting, I am watching. The best knee bar that I've ever seen in the UFC was put on by Ariana Lipski, and it was almost hard to watch. So I'm taking Ariana Lipski at plus 140 for the win, but if you want to roll the dice a little bit more, she's always good for a submission. So for her to win by a sub, she's actually plus 1,400 because her opponent, good jiu-jitsu expert, but I'm putting my money on Lipski.
So that's Lipski Gatto, and you think that is going to be a finish in what round?
Oh, that's a good question. You know what? Third.
Oh, so you think it is an entertaining fight?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What are some other fights in this card that you're really excited about for this UFC Fight Night tonight that starts at 7 p.m.? That's going to be on ESPN.
So Alexander Romanov is coming back after a tough KO loss to Alexander Gustafsson. Romanov went 16-0 before losing his last 2 fights. I still think he's the real deal. I think those last 2 fights are fluky, and I like him tonight against Blagoy Ivanov. I think he's going to get the KO. So he's plus 450. Some money. I would hammer Romanov via KO plus 450.
What weight class is that? Those seem like some big boys.
Yeah, light heavyweight, big boys.
Okay. We'll get into it.
Sorry, heavyweight. You're right, heavyweight.
What and if you could, where could you see the best knockout coming? If there's going to be a knockout, if there's going to be just a brutal finish in any fight across the card, give me one that you may go, hey, you may not be a big UFC person, you may not know the people that are fighting, but if you're just in it for the viral moment that is going to go off, give me one fight you think that could come out of. Well,
for the carnage, I'm telling you, these guys are big. Blagoy Ivanov could even knock out Romanov. If you want to see some big boys get in the ring and bang, Romanov versus Ivanov. And that's on the prelims.
I was about to say, that's going off pretty early. So for all of those that are curious about the UFC Fight Night card tonight, that one's actually going off. I think it's one of the earliest fights that's going off at around 4 o'clock this afternoon. So I'll be really interested to see those big guys going at it. But I do want to get into the major fight of the night, which is Strickland Magomedov. Who do you have coming out of that fight?
So I think Strickland's been on a little bit of a rough run of late. I think that knockout loss he took to Alex Pereira was pretty brutal. And what I really like about Strickland is it hasn't changed his game. He still wants to stand in the center. He still wants to throw. And that's what he's going to do tonight. And I don't think that Magomedov is in the same league as Alex Pereira. So I like Strickland via decision. He's not known as some sort of knockout artist, but he throws with ridiculous volume. And I think Magomedov is going to be overwhelmed tonight. So I like Strickland via decision at plus 165.
At plus 165 for all those playing at home. And it's kind of interesting that you're saying that he's both going to be a volume puncher, he's going to brutalize him, but there isn't going to be a knockout, so it's just going to be a war of attrition is what you're saying.
100%. He's a volume fighter, kind of like sort of like a Colby Covington. Where you're not going to get knocked out by one punch, but if you get hit by 20 of them, you're not going to have a good night.
Another fight that we have that leads into that main match of the night is Ismagulov against Dawson. Give me a 2. Say it one more time for me. Ismagulov, thank you so much, against Dawson. What can we expect in that one in a co-main card?
Well, what I'll tell you this is Ismagulov is one of these classic Kazakhstani wrestlers. And if you know anything about Kazakhstani wrestlers, they are terrifying, they're ferocious, they're relentless. And for that reason, I like him tonight against Dawson. So I'd take him at plus 125.
Taking him at plus 125 to finish when?
Just to win in any... If he wins in any capacity, we win money.
No, I understand that. But if you did have to think of when that fight might finish, where do you see it ultimately ending?
I could see a submission.
Okay. We're also getting a question in from TikTok Live from LRK425, who's got a question about the Griffin Morales fight. How do you see that one playing out? Do you like Morales in that fight?
Morales is the favorite, but Max Griffin has that dog in him. I wouldn't count him out. And if you want to make some underdog money, I'm going on Max Griffin.
What are you getting Griffin at?
Right in front of me, I have Max Griffin at... Sorry, I am calling from one of our satellite offices in New Hampshire, and the reception is garbaggio.
While our UFC expert, Mr. Octagon, looks that up, I do want to let everyone know who's watching the show that Mr. Octagon will join us before every fight. There are a ton of fights coming up. We'll have him on, usually on a Friday or a Saturday before each fight. That way you guys can ask your questions, learn a lot about the UFC, hopefully cash a few tickets on his plays. But, of course, make sure you guys are joining us. We're going to do our interview over the next few minutes, and we'll get back to your questions and comments in a section. Mr. Octagon, what do you have Griffin as a long shot odds at?
I am looking desperately. This is this Wi-Fi situation is
no worries. If you don't have it, garbage. So Morales gets his first loss is what you're considering.
Oh yeah.
LRK 425. He just heard that question. He was like, oh yeah, he is all about it. Okay, while you're also looking that, what's that?
We're confident tonight.
We're confident. I like it, Mr. Octagon. Mr. Octagon's confidence either means he's knocking somebody out or he's getting knocked out, but either way, we are not going the full 3 rounds. That said, Bonfim versus St. Denis. Who do you have in that card?
It's more of a pick'em for me. I don't know.
By the way, which is totally fine, and we want to make sure all of you guys playing along at home, if our Mr. Octagon isn't into a play, we want to make sure he says that. If he isn't feeling it, it's just like how Butt Fumble Sports plays it. If there's a bet that we don't have good conviction in, we'll let you know. If we're saying it's a coin flip, that we're telling you, don't put your money on it. And if you are, it's not with us backing it. That said, Sammy J on TikTok Live. By the way, Mr. Octagon, this is why the Butt Fumble Sports audience is so badass, because when we ask them to go to work, they do it for us. He has Griffin plus 210 on DraftKings, so that would be a good play at Griffin plus 210 on DraftKings. LRK 425 is also asking about Gatto. Just one more time. I know you mentioned it at the start of the interview, but since he's asking about it, just circle back to it. How do you think that fight's going to play out one more time?
So Gatto versus Lipski, I'm taking Lipski at plus 140. However, if you really want to gamble a bit, make some money, I like Lipski via submission at plus 1,400.
Wow.
Sprinkle a little bit on that, and it could be a nice surprise for you.
Lipski plus 1,400 on the submission. By the way, LRK 425 taking all the dogs. Yeah, Mr. Octagon, when he's not fighting, he is about them dogs. So, with that said, we also have one more fight I wanted to actually get to, which is Ferreira versus Ruzbo. Okay. Mr. Octagon, we're also here for the pronunciations. It was the last fight I wanted to talk about. Put this one out there. Give us the name first.
All right. We're looking at
Ferreira versus Ruzi Boez.
Yeah, Ruzi Boez.
Is this one that you're avoiding, or are you playing it?
I'm avoiding it.
Okay.
I'm avoiding it.
Good to know.
Are guys, both kind of unknown. Your money is better spent elsewhere. Anything can happen in the octagon.
Is there any other fight tonight that really gets you excited that's going to be getting your money at the book?
What I'm most excited about is seeing Strickland piece up Magomedov, and I want to see a brutal submission from Lipski.
Well, clearly, because it sounds like you love those 1,400 odds. One last question is Petrovsky. Do you like Petrovsky?
I actually do. He's a great Ultimate Fighter prospect, and I could see him getting it done.
So that is our Mr. Octagon, who joins us before every UFC fight to give some of his analysis and some of the picks he's taking to the window. Wanted to give a big thank you. I know that it is a July 4th weekend. I know you're up in the New Hampshire offices, and I know you're working with difficult tech situation, but really appreciate you being with us and hope you have a great July 4th. And, of course, hope you cash a lot of tickets, Mr. Octagon.
We're winning tonight, baby. I got a good feeling.
Let's go, Mr. Octagon. Knock him out of the park. We will talk to you soon.
Adios.
With that said, we get back to our show. So LRK425, you got some of his picks. So appreciate all of you guys being with us. That was our Mr. Octagon, our UFC analyst, giving out some of his plays. Forgive me, my UFC knowledge is minimal. I am not a UFC person. That's why we have Mr. Octagon. That's why we have our experts. We have someone for Formula One, NASCAR, UFC. If there are sports that I don't know about, I make sure that we go to experts who look at this stuff, who follow those trends. I'm not going to claim that I'm all things across all sports. That would be, what's the term? Bullshit. So because of that, I want to make sure that you guys know we give out the best research we possibly can. By the way, Sammy J is the subscriber of the day. Sammy J, thank you so much for subscribing, and we have hit 10 subscribers. Thank you so much, Sammy J. So wonderful to have you as a new member of the show, a new member of this community. So great to have you with us. I am so excited to get a subscriber. Every time that we have another member of our community, it's just a great thing. Bang, bang is right. Bing, bong, all of those things. That said, let's get back to our research. We have a ton to get to over the next 45 minutes of the show. Rants, picks. Obviously, we also have our trivia question that we're going to do in about 10 minutes. In about 10 minutes, we'll do our trivia question, and we have a ton of my picks. So I'm going to give out a ton of picks right now because we just got a subscriber, and I am over the moon about that. So I'm about to drop a ton of picks on you guys, so get ready. We have already given out the Padres scoring that run in the first inning. We haven't given out, though, Red Sox, Blue Jays, yes to a run in the first inning. I like that one. Let's give out another. Nationals, Phillies, yes to a run in the first inning. Going to give out one more as a thank you to Sammy J, and that is going to be Rays, Mariners, no run in the first inning. No run in the first inning on that one. In fact, I'll give out one more because Sammy J subscribing means so much to us, so we'll give you another one, Sammy J. Let's put it out there, and that is, we will also take Diamondbacks, Angels, yes to a run in the first inning. So we just dropped 4 picks for you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing, Sammy J. Really appreciate it. Okay, getting back into our research. We also, like I said, we have a trivia question coming in just a second. So everybody, get excited. We have trivia coming your way. And you know how it works. When you guys hit that confetti, we give out more picks. Get your celebrity shots in as well. Those celebrity shot picks, we'll put them up on the big board. And by the way, if you're writing them on YouTube, don't worry. YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, I see all of them. We'll get to all of them. So Caesar, getting his 2 celebrity shot picks up on the board, is taking Rafael Devers over half a walk. Interesting play. And he's also taking... he's also taking Rafael Devers over half a run, I believe. Over half a run. Very interesting. Doubling down on Rafi Devers today. Really interesting play. Wow. Interested by that. Let's quickly show Rafi Devers up on the board, and then we'll get to some more of the questions across YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok Live. Over half a hit. Rafi Devers, 65% implied probability. Against Kikuchi, lifetime. Devers, 0 for 10, everybody. 0 for 10. Rafi Devers isn't somebody I'm playing today. Nope. Rafi Devers, 0 for 10. That scares me away. Not going to take that one. Let me give out another long ball, long shot of the day. Haven't had the opportunity to drop too many of those today. Let me give that one out. Every time you guys hit 10, every time we hit 2,000 likes, I give one of those out. I wanted to give out Nolan Arenado. Been waiting on that one. So Nolan Arenado. Gonna take him, but taking him in game 2. Taking him in game 2, everybody. So you have some time. That's game 2, Nolan Arenado. I'm taking him in game 2. I'm also going to give out another long ball, long shot of the day for an earlier game, and that is going to be, or it's not an earlier game, but another game, Christian Walker. I do love Christian Walker today. Let me put him up on the big board of research. Over half a hit, I'd take as well. That's an easy play for me. Christian Walker over half a hit. It is a parlay play. showing him to hit a home run, 23% implied probability. Hits, runs, and RBIs, 1.5. This is also really strong, and it's against Tyler Anderson. Lifetime against Anderson, 280 average with a home run. Large sample size. I like the play. Maybe you don't want the 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I'm already on him on a hit, so I'm not going to do any more than that, but I could see that one also cashing, everybody. Appreciate all those who are with us, no matter the platform. Get your celebrity shots in, everybody. Get those celebrity shots in. Manny Machado. Let's quickly look at Manny Machado. That was a question that we just had come in from G Clips. And specifically, you are looking at hits, runs, RBIs. It's set at 2.5. The over is the strong implied probability here. Clearly, they like the matchup against the left-handed pitcher Williamson. Lifetime against Williamson, no stats, but against left-handed pitching so far this year, Machado, 366 average. I understand it. I'm not going to take it. Maybe can I get over half? What's 1.5 bases? That's the good one I like. 1.5 total bases I would play. Like the numbers that you found, Manny Machado, over 1.5 bases. I could see the home run, but the 1.5 bases at, what is it, minus 125? Strong play for me. Julio on strikeouts, please. You got it. Julio on strikeouts. By the way, we're going to do some reverse engineering in just a minute. So for all of those who like looking at who's going to get some walks, we're going to do that in about 1 minute. Over 1.5 strikeouts. LRK 425, that's why we don't like it, because they've set it now at 1.5. They've gotten too smart for us. LRK 425, they know too well. That said, if you guys want more of my picks, make sure you're hitting that live goal of confetti. Every time you hit the live goal, we give out picks. And get those celebrity shots in, no matter the platform, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, doesn't matter. Everybody gets 2 celebrity shot picks. Everybody gets 2. Harley, Top Dog, Stephen Pock, Sammy J, G-Clips, Tyler, RJ, Zodwick, LRK425, Macy Toru, and Caesar are all up on the board. Make sure you get your celebrity shot picks in. The first to 20 in the month of July gets a free t-shirt, so get your picks in. If you have favorite plays, get them in. Everybody gets 2. And by the way, if you miss the opportunity to get it in, if you're watching the show on YouTube later, if you're not able to get it in, make sure you just tweet at us, at Sports Fumble on Twitter. You can tweet us at Sports Fumble on Twitter. You can share your picks before first pitch, and we will add them. So there you go, everybody. Let's get to Marte. Thought we had talked about Marte earlier. Yeah. We do like Ketel Marte. I do like that play. Ahmed, let's look at that one as well. Nick Ahmed. By the way, these are 2 players that I like on stolen bases, actually. I like Ketel Marte on over stolen bases. Over half a hit for Nick Ahmed. Against left-handed pitching this year, 381 average. Wow, great find. LRK 425. Great find here. Nick Ahmed. Over half a hit. Is this a Chalk City play? No, it's not. You can get it at minus 170. That's a good play. Farika. Love having Farika in the show every day. Big shout out to you. Thank you so much for being such a loyal viewer. You are taking the Braves on the money line. That's actually a Brave play today because they're facing Yuri Perez, a really good pitcher for the Marlins. That said, Braves are the best team in baseball right now. The offense, the pitching, all the way around. Farika is riding with the Braves. I can understand why for this one reason. I don't like it. I wouldn't bet on it myself, but rarely these days can you find the Braves coming in at minus 163. So an interesting play. I did take the Marlins plus 2.5 yesterday, and it burned me. I do like the Marlins at plus 2.5 today. It is a chalky play at minus 210, but I would take it. Yuri Perez going up against Charlie Morton. So maybe one you want to consider, not going up on my board, but just something you may want to consider in relation to that game. Okay, let's get LRK 425 is also taking Ketel Marte over half a hit. Now, the first play that you had wasn't chalky. Joey Votto over half a hit. Ketel Marte is a bit chalky. That's okay. We're allowing Chalk City plays for it. With that said, appreciate all of you joining us. We are live right now doing our show. Appreciate all of you being with us. But a wonderful surprise. I just had someone hit me up who I really like talking to. So that said, wonderful to have you watching the show right now. Wonderful to have you. Okay, by the way, we have, by the way, I got, you want Ahmed, please. Ahmed, sorry, I got that one wrong. Got it wrong. I'll get that up there for you. Sorry about that. You're asking about Ketel Marte. You're asking about Nick Ahmed. Okay, by the way, everybody, time for some trivia. Everybody. So trivia question of the day. Name the AL and NL record holders for home runs in the month of July. That's all time. So everybody having our trivia question of the day. If you guys want to play along, get your trivia question answer in. So all time, who are the leaders in the American League and NL and the National League in home runs in the month of July? So two different players. We'll wait to give out the answer, but you guys can play along at home. Trivia question of the day. Who is the American League all-time leader in home runs in the month of July? On the other side, who is it for the National League? No cheating. Trout and Harper? Nope, not correct. Good guess, LRK 425, but not correct. Get those answers in. I know this is a tricky one. We'll give out hints if people struggle with it, but our trivia question of the day that we just threw out there, name the American League and NL, the National League, all-time holders in home runs in the month of July. If you guys are playing along at home, throw out your answers, throwing out the trivia question of the day. I'll let you guys stew on it for a little bit, think about it for a little bit. LRK, nope, not Cano in the American League. Good guess, though. Really good guess. By the way, okay, I'll give out my first hint. Both of these players are from the late 90s. G-Clips, great guess. No to Barry Bonds, but you're on the right track. No to Barry Bonds. Dante, nope, it's not Barry Bonds. Tony, great to see you. We're doing our trivia question of the day. The first one is Mark McGwire. So for the National League, for the NL, it is Mark McGwire. Mark McGwire had 16 home runs in 1998. Let me make sure. 1999. Forgive me. 1999. Mark McGwire had 16 home runs for the Cardinals. So that is the all-time record in the National League. Now for the American League. Good job. LRK 425. Good job on that. Who has it for the American League? This is a tricky one. Not Griffey. Good guess. Not Griffey. Yeah, this is a tough one. I'll give out another clue. This guy used to be, he didn't set the record with the Cleveland Indians when they were the Indians, but he was on the Cleveland Indians at one point, and he was one of the scariest players in baseball. He did not set this record with the Indians, but he was with the Cleveland Indians in the 90s and was one of the scariest players in baseball. So think 1990s Cleveland. Now, he didn't set the record. He didn't set the July home run record with them, but just think about it. Not Bo Jackson. Nope. Not Bo Jackson. So this is a good trivia question. A lot of you guys missing it. Mark McGuire. Albert Bell. That is right. User 8457. User 8457 gets it right. Albert Bell. That is correct, everybody. Is it Bell with 2 L's or 1 L? Albert Bell is correct. That is right. Well done. 16 home runs for the White Sox in 1998. So that is our trivia question of the day. User 8457. 8457. Congratulations on getting that. Good job, everybody. So that's our trivia question of the day. Having a lot of fun. By the way, Albert Bell, if you guys don't remember, fierce, scary good player. In college, he was a great hitter. At the pros, he was a great hitter and one of the scariest human beings alive. Great stuff, everybody. Good trivia question for all of you. So, if you guys want to play at home, we have a lot going on today. We just did our trivia question of the day, so there you go. We also have our Celebrity Shot contest. Throughout the month of July, if you guys share your favorite picks of the day, your 2 favorite picks of the day, we will put it up on the screen. You guys can play at home. The first one to get 20 correct picks will get a free t-shirt from our website, buttfumblesports.com. So throw in your favorite Celebrity Shot pick. If you have a favorite pick, could be a WNBA game pick, prop play, an MLB total play, a first inning run play. Don't care what it is. More than happy to put it up on the board. Again, everybody gets 2. They can be somewhat chalky. But everybody's included. Everybody gets 2 picks. And if you do miss the opportunity, if during the show you miss the opportunity to give out your pick, just tweet us at SportsFumble on Twitter. At SportsFumble on Twitter. You can tweet us. As long as it comes in before first pitch or before tip-off, if it's WNBA, we will include it on the Celebrity Shot big board, so that way you guys can play along at home every single day. Let's get to Kikuchi, over 5.5 strikeouts, and after that, we're going to do our reverse engineering on over walks allowed. So if you guys love going through who's going to get walks allowed every single day, we will share that. By the way, do have some breaking news for all of you hockey fans. I know there are a number of hockey fans who watch the show. Milan Lucic is rejoining the Boston Bruins. Milan Lucic has re-signed with the Boston Bruins. So if you're a Bruins fan and you remember Milan Lucic, he's certainly not the player that he used to be, but he's back. Okay, you were asking about Kikuchi on strikeouts, and you were asking about the over 5.5. The implied probability isn't in our favor, but the trend is over the last 5 games. Now, the Red Sox against Kikuchi, they've got some good numbers against him. Devers, even though he's 0 for 10, not a lot of strikeouts. Ref Snyder hits left-handed pitching well. Hernandez hasn't struck out against him. Yoshida hasn't. Yes, Arroyo has struck out against him, and Turner as well. But actually, I wouldn't go with this one. I'd actually lean towards the under rather than the over. I'm not crazy about this play. I'd actually lean towards under 5.5, not putting it up on my board, and certainly I think the under is actually a better play. So yeah, Milan Lucic, I know Harley's a big hockey fan. Now let's get to our reverse engineering of the day, looking at walks allowed and looking at the implied probabilities. So Jack Flaherty, 68% implied probability on the walks allowed. We're taking it. When we have an implied probability that is that high, we will jump on board with it. Jack Flaherty over 1.5 walks allowed. By the way, you guys have been hitting that like button, so we'll give out another celebrity shot of the day. Dante and Tony, I saw that your celebrity shot picks are in, so we will get to those after we finish our reverse engineering. Tyler Glasnow, over 1.5 walks. Really strong trend, everybody. Really strong trend. So we do like this one as well. So let's go with Tyler Glasnow, over 1.5 walks allowed. Let's put up another reverse engineering play up on the board. When we see the implied probability at 68, 66, 65%, we like it. Kyle Bradish has hit in the last 2 games. How about at home? Has hit in the last game, but not great trend other than that. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. Hunter Brown, wow, really strong trend. 5 straight games. Jump on board with everybody. This is a good play. Hunter Brown, over 1.5 walks allowed. Any other ones that we like? Let's keep looking. Mackenzie Gore, 64% implied probability, has been a strong trend as well. We'll take it. Mackenzie Gore, over 1.5 walks allowed. So we just threw up 4 reverse engineering plays of the day. Any other ones that we really like? Not really. I'm not jumping on too many others other than Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton over 1.5. I can't believe they're giving it back to us. This had been set at 2.5. Guys, bang your pots and pans. Pay attention. Charlie Morton's being given out at 1.5 walks allowed. Oh my God. The craziness, the madness. This is a must play. This isn't even the leg of a parlay. I cannot believe this is being offered. Charlie Morton over 1.5 walks allowed. By the way, we haven't gotten our routine Luis Arise play of the day. Let's quickly look at Luis Arise. We usually like him for over half a hit, over half a single. Let's look at Luis Arise. Over half a hit, 1.5. No. Over half a single. Let's look at it. 68% implied probability. You could get it at minus 209. I will take it today against Charlie Morton. Lifetime, 2 for 5. 2 for 5 lifetime. So I will throw Luis Arise over half a single up on the board as well. We have about a half hour left of our show, everybody, so get those celebrity shot picks in. Okay, let's get some celebrity shot picks in from Dante. Dante writing in from YouTube. Keep in mind, everybody, you get 2 celebrity shot picks, so make sure you get them both in. Nathan Eovaldi over half a win. Very interesting call by Dante, who's also taking, wait a minute, Astros on the money line. Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. So you're taking, how is that possible? You're taking Astros on the money line, but you're taking Nathan Eovaldi over half a win. Not possible. They're facing each other. So those 2 things conflict. He can't win, and they take the money line, unless you're trying to literally be on both sides of it. Dante, I'm going to rip those off the board because those don't make much sense. So let us know what you actually want. Okay, let's get Tony up on the board. Tony, great to have you in the show today. You are taking White Sox on the money line, and you are taking Dodgers on the money line. There you go. Both plays up on the board. Caesar Acuna. Caesar, you're asking about a bunch of different players. So we like Ohtani. We've already covered him. Ronald Acuna Jr., I mean, he has just been on fire of late. He has just been on fire. You can't get him on over half a hit. 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs isn't available. There's just not a lot to take him on because he's on such a heater. That said, he has never faced Yuri Perez against right-handed pitching this year. Believe it or not, his average is .336. Stupid. Like ridiculously amazing crazy. Unbelievable. That said, what do we like him on? I mean, it's tough. Maybe a stolen base, but that at this point isn't a great odds either. So you could take him on over half a stolen base. I'll put it up there, but frankly, you can just get Ronald Acuna Jr. probably hits, an RBI, a run. Those are probably the best plays, over half a run. Yep, I'll take it at minus 170, so I'll throw that one up on the board. Ronald Acuna Jr. over half a run. I'll also look at over 1.5 hits, 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, you might want to take at this point. The over and the under have the same implied probability if you like the over half a run, over half an RBI, but I like the run more than I like the RBI. 1.5 bases, maybe. Just continuing to look at it. 53% implied probability. It's going off really strong. I'll take it as well. I mean, kind of all over Ronald Acuna Jr. at this point. You also mentioned Mookie Betts. I love Mookie Betts today. Mookie Betts is absolutely a player that I'm taking today. The question is, on what? So, I already know I like Mookie Betts. He had 2 home runs yesterday. By the way, kind of cool, he announces he's going to be in the home run derby, and then he hits 2 home runs. Over 1.5 bases, I do like that play. Over 1.5 bases. Can I get 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs? Probably not. I bet it's at 2.5. Yep, it's at 2.5. So, the hits, runs, and RBIs, not the play. The bases is the play. By the way, get your celebrity shots in, everybody. Running out of time. Lindor, we looked at. Altuve, we looked at. Alonso, we looked at. Rizzo, we looked at. LRK425, we looked at these players. We've looked at a lot of these players that you've been asking about. Let's get to Yuri Perez on the strikeouts. Yuri Perez over half a strikeout, or on strikeouts. Five and a half. The under is the stronger implied probability. The trend suggests the over. I'm not touching it. With the Braves offense, not touching it. Franco over half a hit. Let's look at it. Wander Franco over half a hit. Love the play that you can find it at over half a hit. Against George Kirby, though, lifetime is 1 for 3. I'm going to take it. I'll ride with it. Wander Franco, he's been hot. It's a chalky play, though. Very chalky, so it's a leg of a parlay, everybody. Wander Franco over half a hit. Chalk City. Chalk City. By the way, someone was asking about Pete Alonso. Let's look at that one really quick. Pete Alonso, over half a hit, 70%. I'm not taking it anymore. I've been burned too many times by Pete Alonso. He has great numbers against this guy. Every time I feel like I put money down on Pete Alonso, I give him out as a pick. It ends up not working, so I'm kind of fading Pete Alonso personally, but that said. Appreciate all of you guys with us, no matter the platform. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Once we get up to 4,000 likes, we will give out another long ball, long shot of the day. We have talked about Ohtani and Luis Robert. We have talked about both of them, so here are a lot of picks that we have up on the board. Nelson over 4.5 strikeouts. Let's look at that really quick. Nelson on 4.5 strikeouts. Four and a half. The under's the stronger implied probability. By the way, we've just hit 4,000 likes because you guys are awesome. I'm not going to play this one, by the way. Not going to touch it. I know it's been a strong trend, but the implied probability isn't there. Not going to touch it. Let me give out another long ball, long shot of the day because you guys are awesome. You guys are the best. Appreciate you guys being with us. I'm going to give out Cal Raleigh. LRK425. Let me know what you think of that play. Cal Raleigh to hit a home run today. 14% implied probability, plus 600 on the play. Let's also see, can I get him on over half a base? Yes, I can. I'll take it. So Cal Raleigh, over half a home run, over half a base. Boom, on the board. Braves, Miami, no run first inning. I actually think that's a decent play. So, Chris, I would lean towards the no run in the first inning. Jorge, we'll get to the sharing stolen base pick in a second, but first, I like the Lane Thomas. Lane Thomas, yes. Love it. Absolutely. Greenage like crazy, an absolute lawn. Against Zach Wheeler, lifetime. Bad numbers, though. That's the only concern. Bad numbers, lifetime. I'm not going to put it up on the board. Not talking you out of it, just not putting it up on my board. Let's get out a stolen base pick. By the way, I want to drop a bunch of players that I like on stolen bases. I mentioned Jake Fraley earlier. I like Jake Fraley to actually get a stolen base today, believe it or not. So Jake Fraley, let me quickly throw that one up there. Over half a stolen base. You could get it at plus 475. So I like that play. Let's keep the stolen base theme going. I'm going to give out a bunch of these. Travis Jankowski, 23% implied probability. Jumping on that one as well. So Travis Jankowski, taking him. Can I get him on over half a hit? Yes. Can I get him on over half a base? Yes. Over half a base is the play. So Travis Jankowski as well. These are two that I had prior to the show, so I need to move these. Cal, Raleigh, over half a base. And I'm also taking Travis Jankowski over half a base. Again, both of those non-chalk plays. So, nice. Don't even need to have them as a leg of a parlay. We talked about Verdugo a little bit earlier. The answer is if you can get over half a hit, I do like it. I didn't put it up on my yes, I did. Did put it up on my big board. There you see it, actually, right there. So not only did we talk about it, it's already up there. By the way, if you missed any of our picks, we will throw them up on our website, buttfumblesports.com, immediately after the conclusion of our show. So if you want to check out anything that you missed, you can also check out the show in its entirety on Buttfumble Sports on YouTube. So if you miss any part of the show, plenty to get to. Still giving out more stolen base picks. There's some more that I actually like. So another one that I'm going to put up here for a stolen base pick is going to be Estuary Ruiz. Love him on a stolen base today. So a no-brainer. He's good for a stolen base almost every other day. Can I get him on half a base? Yes, I can. Estuary Ruiz over half a base, taking that one as well. And additionally, that over half a base, that's not chalk. So these last three plays, all not chalk. Take them on their own. How about one more stolen base play since we're going crazy with it? One more for you. Here you go. By the way, Jazz Chismore up there, good. This one might surprise you actually, but I'm going to take Freddie Freeman on a stolen base. Do you know Freddie Freeman is one of the leaders on the Dodgers with stolen bases against left-handed pitching? Probably didn't expect that. Freddie Freeman on half a stolen base, the over, plus 680. Plus 680, and he gets stolen bases against Daniel Lynch. I like it. Now, can I get him on hits, runs, and RBIs? No. What about total bases? 1.5. That's probably the best play, so I will throw that one up there as well. Freddie Freeman, we'll put him next to Mookie Betts so the teammates can be together. Freddie Freeman, over 1.5 bases against Daniel Lynch. Wow, ton of picks up on the board, everybody. Ton of picks up on the board. Make sure you get your celebrity picks in. Running out of show, so if you have a favorite celebrity shot, get it up on the board, everybody. Joe Warren, get those picks in, everybody. Get those picks in. Thomas Bryant to the Heat. Jorge, that's an interesting one. Okay, G-Clips, you have a second celebrity shot pick. Let's get that up on the board. G-Clips, your second celebrity shot pick is going to be Urias over 4.5 strikeouts. Julio Urias over 4.5 strikeouts. You are on the board. Not a bad play either. Let's do the reverse engineering the other way on strikeouts really quick. Which pitchers are going to get a high strikeout number today? Tanner Bybee at 4.5. Jack Flaherty at 4.5. Charlie Morton, 5.5. George Kirby at 5.5. Stroman at 3.5. By the way, the Stroman at 3.5 actually has my attention. That's been a good trend other than his last start. I'm going to jump on board with that one. Marcus Stroman over 3.5 strikeouts. Now, one player that I do like against Marcus Stroman today, though, is Jose Ramirez. Want to jump on with Jose Ramirez, get him on the big board. Can I get him on over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs? Yes, I can. I will take that one. Might want to also consider bases for him against Stroman. Lifetime, 300 average. I do like the Jose Ramirez over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Get those celebrity shot picks in, everybody. We had our trivia question already earlier today. Hope you guys are having a lot of fun. Okay, while you guys are getting your celebrity shot picks in, I do have a rant that I want to put out there about the NBA free agency. NBA free agency shows how crazy the economics of sports have become. Players that don't deserve $20, $30, $40 million a year are getting it. Now, that said, there are only so many players on an NBA bench, and I understand the money has to go somewhere, and the NBA Players Union has gotten really smart about making sure every player, whether star, role player, or bench player, is getting a lot of money. But the only thing that scares me about this is teams are going to get locked into some of these contracts in such ways that it's going to limit their ability to really move around, make moves mid-season, make moves later in future years. So I think the NBA money that we're seeing is a little nutty. That said, the rights deals that the NBA has with ESPN and TNT, the fact that the rights are coming up and that NBC wants to get the NBA on NBC back, tells you that these contracts are actually on par with the economics of the sport as a whole. There is so much money being spent on the NBA right now. If you had to bet on any individual major sport in its growth trajectory, the NBA, to me, would be number one. I understand soccer, especially in the United States, might have some runway, but the NBA globally is growing at an insane rate, and within the United States, these rights contracts, they're going to be so important. What's valuable right now on TV is sporting rights and game shows, believe it or not. NBA is so valuable and is even getting more valuable as the NBA gets smarter about every team having its own superstar. Every night, every franchise, every matchup, there are stars to watch. The quality of game is pretty high. I think the NBA is in a brilliant place. So the money these guys are making, I do think it's going to hamstrung some. It's going to hold back. The contracts that have been given out over the last 48 hours are going to hold back some teams, maybe over the next few years. But it makes sense from an economic perspective, simply in that the rights deals that the NBA is signing, it means there's that much money to be made by owners, by franchises, and of course by players as well. Also, want to give a big shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers and specifically Rob Pelinka. If you guys aren't paying attention, Rob Pelinka is one of the best general managers in the NBA. What he pulls off, the LA fans have such high expectations. He has limited maneuverability with contracts at times because of Anthony Davis and LeBron James. However, he finds ways to get great role players, find players from all over the place, and he just got Gabe Vincent to pair with the guys he already had on that roster. I think the Lakers are a team to watch next year, maybe not as a championship contender, but I could see them back in a Western Conference Finals potentially. Love what Rob Pelinka does. Think he's one of the smartest GMs in sports, and I don't actually think he gets enough attention. He has built a champion before. He's building contenders, despite having to do it at times with Scotch tape. Rob Pelinka, big shout out to you. You are proving that you deserve that job in the same way that Eric Spoelstra proved that and earned his job as head coach of the Miami Heat, despite being the boy of Pat Riley. Rob Pelinka has proven that he deserves to be the GM and president of the Lakers, given that, yeah, he's not just Kobe's guy. He is a great businessman, and he's a great GM. D'Lo staying. They have Vincent. By the way, they're just building a team of role players and putting them around AD and LeBron. Don't think that's a bad strategy. Okay, guys, final few minutes of the show. Get those questions in. Okay, getting a WNBA question in, I believe. Just don't know this person's name. No, not seeing it. Not seeing it. So anyways, if you guys have celebrity shot picks, final few minutes to get it in. Get those celebrity shot picks in. We are running out of time, everybody. If you want to play along with our July contest, make sure you get those picks in. So Chris Silva got his pick in. Everybody gets 2. Everybody gets 2. So get your 2 picks in. If you are unable to right now, you can tweet us at SportsFumble on Twitter, at SportsFumble on Twitter. And if I see it, if it comes in prior to the first pitch or start of the game, we will allow you guys to put it on the board. Mookie Betts over 1.5 bases. You are on the board, Chris. Get those picks in. No, she's not known. No, she's not known. Adolis Garcia over half a hit. Interesting. Let's look at Garcia. Final few minutes of the show. Get those picks in. Garcia, red hot on fire. Against Hunter Brown, not great numbers. Against right-handed pitching, not great numbers. Not going to ride with it. It is a good trend, but not riding with it. Get those picks in. Dylan Cease, over 7 strikeouts. Let's look at Cease. Final few minutes. Get those celebrity shots in. You don't want to miss a chance at winning a free t-shirt, right? The under has the stronger implied probability. The over's been the stronger trend against the A's. I mean, man, doesn't it make you just want to take the over? But not too much data to go off of. I'm not going to take it. It's just a little too high for me to take it. How about on the road? It's been a good trend. It's tough. If you took it, I wouldn't hate on it. I'm just saying not one I'm going to put up on my big board. Get those picks in, everybody. Get those celebrity shot picks in. Running out of time. Running out of time. Our July contest, your celebrity shot picks. Yeah, the A's made me want to take them as well. What about Garcia over half a strikeout? Garcia over half a strikeout. 57% implied probability. Really strong trend of late against Urias. He hasn't faced him lifetime against left-handed pitching this year. Garcia is hitting 311. He actually has good numbers. Not a high strikeout rate, so I wouldn't take it. I actually wouldn't take it. Interesting. Thought it was one we were about to lean into. Get your celebrity shot picks in. No matter the platform, Kick, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, get those celebrity shot picks in. Appreciate all of you guys joining us for the show. If you guys do miss the opportunity to get them in, if you're watching on YouTube after the fact, you can always tweet us at SportsFumble. Final few minutes of the show, everybody. Final few minutes of the show. Get those picks in. I have a bunch of picks to drop, by the way. Chris, you're also taking Braves, Marlins, no run in the first inning. Marlins, Braves, no run in the first inning. Interesting. You are on the board. Dante, get your picks in, man. Didn't know what you wanted. Dante, get that pick in. Evaldi over half a win and Astros on the money line. Those canceled each other out, so we didn't want to put it up there. Let us know. Let us know. Running out of time. Tony Pham over half a hit. Let's look at it. Tommy Pham over half a hit. Dante, get that pick in. We won't count it otherwise. Over half a hit has been a strong play. Does he have good numbers against this pitcher? He does. Putting it up on the board, everybody. Tommy Pham, good call. Tommy Pham over half a hit. Is it a chalky play? Nope, minus 185. Good call. You miss any of our picks? Don't worry. We will put them all up on our website, buttfumblesports.com. What's the website? What's the website, everybody? It's buttfumblesports.com. Duh. Okay, strikeouts. I'm just showing it to you so you can see it for Verlander. You were asking, though, about earned runs. You were asking about the under. Very hit or miss. Very hit or miss. Giants against him, no real answer, no real numbers. So, very hit or miss. How about at home? Has been a very strong play of late. I will take it. Justin Verlander, just because of the at-home play. Justin Verlander, under 2.5 earned runs. So, made our board. Good call. Are we going live for the fights? No, we're not. Jorge, worked out. So, yeah, if you guys want to tweet us, let us know. By the way, Chris, I did like it just because he's been pitching really well at Citi Field. That said, if you want to share your celebrity shot picks, tweet us at Sports Fumble. Jorge, of course it was. Of course it was. Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas is the next question we got. Final few minutes of the show, everybody. Again, get your celebrity shot picks in. If you miss them, just tweet it. Alyssa Thomas, you're asking about points, 15.5. The over hasn't been hitting as consistently. I'm not going to take it. I wouldn't take it. Not consistent enough. By the way, everybody, but Fumble Sports is live tomorrow, July 2nd at, what time are we live tomorrow? Just double checking. We are live tomorrow at 11 a.m., everybody. So an early show, 11 a.m. Eastern. Continue. July Celebrity Shot Contest. Okay, everybody. Braves whole team to record a hit on Bovada. LRK 425, I wouldn't today. It's the one day I wouldn't with Yuri Perez on the mound. You can get back to that tomorrow, though. Okay, we'll do our slow scroll through the entire collection of picks that we have up on the board. By the way, you can also see the trivia question that we had today. Good job by LRK425 and user 8457. Good job answering those. Okay, here we go. Everybody, all of your picks, all the picks that we gave out, if there's a bullet point next to it, it means it's a pick that we had researched prior to the start of the show. If there's an asterisk next to it, it means it was an in-show research play. Where else can you go than But Fumble Sports to find this much research, this many picks, and this much fun? Hope you guys are all having a wonderful time, a wonderful day. So excited about this slate of games. As always, you can find all of our picks up on our website, butfumblesports.com. You can find all of our picks there. With that said, that was all of the picks that we had today. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We have our Celebrity Shot contest going on in July, so make sure you're with us every single day in the month of July to play along. That said, as I say at the end of every show, I hope you stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon and evening. If you missed any part of the UFC expert interview that we did earlier, we will post that on our website, or we will post that on YouTube. You can find all of our content on YouTube. Make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you hit the like button. As always, thank you guys so much. We are humbled by your support.